Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's reading, we're doing what have your haters or enemies try to do to you but failed miserably, or what did they plot? I really forgot the title already. Don't mind me. Okay, so this reading was inspired by forest trees and vampires, and I really love the topic. I really love their aesthetic. Please check them out. Okay. And for the big announcement. Oh my god, I don't know how to say this. But I'm expecting and it's a baby girl, and I waited, you know, the perfect amount of time to announce it to everyone. I actually wanted to wait till the gender, okay? And yeah, like it's been a little hard, guys, uploading, like adjusting. You guys know first trimester could be a little bit hard. And yeah, I just wanted to announce that to my lovely friends because I actually did announce it to everyone yesterday that I knew, okay? And of course, you guys have to know as well. But in the description, I will have my registry if anyone's interested. But as I always say, I will love to receive anything. But if you can, do not feel pressure, okay? Just send me lots of love and strength. So we have here three beautiful pals, pal number 1, pal number 2, and pal number 3. Please pause the video if needed. Let's go. So for my viewers that chose pal number 1, let's find out what have your enemies, haters tried to do but failed miserably. And just know that I'm definitely picking my pal for this one. I'm just not sure. I'm going for like pal 3 though. So let's see here from my pal number 1. What have my pal number 1's haters or enemies tried to do but failed miserably? What have my pal number 1's haters or enemies tried to do? Oh my god. Okay, so you have a hater that's like a water sign. I definitely get like masculine. Like this is definitely like a masculine, an older masculine. And if not, it's just like a coworker. They definitely try to get you in trouble with your boss. Someone here, hater, is a coworker from work that's constantly trying to get you in trouble with your boss. So be very careful, okay? I also heard like a family member that is constantly trying to stir the pot with the things that you say, okay? It's a younger family member. I feel like this person, they don't like you because maybe you placed some boundaries with them, or you told them like, hey, I'm not the one to play with. Like you could play with 1 and 2 but not with me, right? And so you have a younger family member that is constantly like switching your words or trying to like instigate things between you and other family members. So be very careful. But I don't feel like it has okay, so I'm gonna go first with the coworker one. Why did it not work? Because the boss, so someone tried to complain about you at work, but what that person didn't know, that before they came up to the boss about you, the boss was already watching you. The boss was already watching you and watching your every move. So when that person came to complain about it, the boss already knew it was BS because they're like, I was watching them. Like there's no way that what I saw with my eyes and what you're telling me right now is matching. Okay, so that's how that happened, all right? And I also feel like that person, they have a streak of doing that, okay? I heard once a rat, always a rat. I don't know why I heard that, but it's almost like this coworker, they have like this reputation of trying to snitch on other coworkers, or like trying to get others fired or in trouble. And I'm gonna keep it really honest with you. The reason why this coworker does it is because they're trying to reach some sort of higher power at work. Okay, they're trying to reach like some level like of management. All right, but the boss cannot stand them. All right, so that's how one of your haters tried to plot, but failed miserably. And with the family member, the reason why they constantly fail miserably is because what they say that you mean doesn't really match your actions. And I also feel like there's other people that vouch for you. Okay, so this family member, they can constantly try to instigate and make it seem like you're meaning things some way or somehow. But it's like your reputation kind of beats this person at their own game. You know what I mean? If you know someone that's very honest and always does what they're supposed to do, someone that's not critical of others, a good friend, a good member of society. If one person is constantly complaining about them or like saying things, you're not really going to believe it, especially if it's coming from one person. It's like, how can 35 people love this person, but you're the only one that doesn't? You know what I mean? It's like that type of vibe. Someone might not like this, but you also have someone younger um, in your family. Oh my God. Take it how it resonates, but someone in your family, like a younger person as well, probably tried to get with your baby father, baby mother, or try to involve them in some sort of something. Maybe to get you upset or to maybe like laugh at you behind your back. Pile number one. So that I could say, pile number one, it didn't work because maybe your baby father, baby mother, maybe you guys don't see eye to eye, but they really, really are loyal to you, or like they respect you behind your back. So even if you're not with them, they really respect you. And I feel like that's literally number one when it comes to anything, co-parenting. At the end of the day, you guys share kids. Okay, let's see. What is another way that my pal number one's haters or enemies? What did my pal number one's haters or enemies try but failed miserably? I don't know why I heard scuba diving. Um, you have a family member. Oh my God, this is gonna sound very horrible, but you probably had a family member that tried to end your life for a inheritance or for some sort of money. Okay, so they failed miserably because I feel like someone threatened to say that they were gonna say something. This is really sick, but I'm not surprised because the world is just so crazy nowadays. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I'm really hearing from spirit. If you have some sort of like finances, life insurance, don't tell anyone, please. Don't even tell your own kids. I don't know why spirit is screaming that at me. Okay, anybody here watching this, do not. If you have any type of assets that you're leaving behind or that you got from someone else, don't tell anyone about it. People are sick. And sometimes people feel like they have to do these horrendous things for money, okay? Um, and I feel like it's what, people be saying, money is the root of evil. I really don't believe that. Hello, there's people that do horrendous things out of love, ruin marriages out of love. Like, I feel like that's equivalent to the horrible things people do for money. Same thing with like keeping secrets. Like, people that commit these big murders because of a secret or because their secret side chick gets pregnant or like, anything. Like, I just feel like, you know, just anything in life can cause someone to do horrendous things. So let's just not put money, in the way of that. That's how, oh my God, it's so loud, but that's how true it is. Like, you know what I mean? Um, you also have like a family member. Oh my God, it's so sad that it's just, I keep hearing family members here. You have a family member that had also spread something about maybe you leaving because you hate everyone, or something about that you're moving on because you have some sort of secret. Okay, pile number one. Okay, you really have a family member here that's really out to get your guts. I don't know what you did to this person, okay? But my only hint is that they could be younger than you or they can have younger kids. That's the only thing that's coming up here. But just know that no matter how much hate they spew, they constantly just fall on their face because you're just not worried about them. Okay, so continue that. Don't be worried about them. They're gonna continue to do that. The moment that you do try to like get back or something like that, that's when you're gonna fail miserably as well. So just literally just let them fall on their face. I don't feel like there's anything that you really have to worry about. So, but somebody here was definitely trying to break up a happy home, or try to insinuate that your home is not happy, or something like that as well. But a lot of people came for this person. Six of Wands in reverse. The thing is with this pile as well, you can have a lot of people. You could have one or two people that really try to get you, but it's like majority of people really like you. So you have that. Okay. That's why it's good to not let hurtful things change you, because maybe one person can hurt you, but at least 35 people can vouch and love you and know who you actually are. You know what I mean? All right? Because a person with a bad reputation, a person that does people dirty, is always going to have a streak, is always going to have a reputation for that. You know what I mean? But if you have the opposite, trust me, you'll be fine. So, pile number one, I see people lying on you. I feel like a lot of your haters or enemies, what they try to do is lie on you because they really can't find anything. Okay, so pile number one, a lot of your haters try to lie on you, but it's just always your reputation that saves you. It's just always what you do for others. I don't know if you're just very charismatic or you do a lot of favors. You give a lot of gifts. Okay, you can actually be really there for people. Okay, you can have a small community even if you feel like you don't. And something about this group like really makes me feel like you guys are really hard workers. I feel like you really, really work for the things that you have, and you know what you desire. Queen of Pentacles at the end of the deck. All right, so I feel like a lot of these haters are like spewed because of what you have and who you are and what you bring to the table. Okay, is that there's like a lot of honor behind your name. And my biggest hint, your haters and enemies are always people that are not doing well. Okay? I know. You're going to be like, what? Yeah, they're people that are not doing well. Okay? It's never going to be the person that just needs your emotional support. And I don't mean it like that, but someone that's like bad things are always happening to them, you're always hearing about it or they're telling you about it. That's the sign that you need to watch out for. Any last messages on how my pile number one's haters, what they tried but failed miserably? More messages on what they tried. Again, the same thing. I also feel like somebody tried to make up a lie or insinuate. Okay, so this is a lot of talking shit. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, for you, pile number one, this is somebody that probably was speaking a lot of shit and wanted like people to join in on it, but it failed miserably because I just said people like you get what I mean? So pile number two, I mean, oh my god, you could be attracted to two, but pile number one, somebody could have been also trying to talk shit about your car or something like that. I don't know why I heard, like, if you're making so much money, why do you have that car? Like, I don't understand, like, those people are, like, trying to judge you, like, undermine you for the things that you have materialistically. But it really ended terribly for them because, you're talking ish about someone's car, but you're talking to it to people that don't have a car. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like trying to make fun of someone for maybe having a unibrow and you're talking to someone that has a mustache. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like this person keeps failing terribly because the things that they try to come at you for, people think of them as not very humble or just not very nice or just not a decent human being because of what they try to come for you. Okay, I'm not saying you have a unibrow, but it's just like a little example, pile number one of how like this person fails miserably, because when they try to gather these people to talk ish about you, the people gathered are like, but I don't even have a car, but my car is a 2001. Oh my God, but oh my God, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like really horrible. They try to like talk ish about you to bring you down to others, but what they end up doing is that they end up bringing everybody around them down. Like, just like all the time. Yeah, and just people are just not having it. Like, they just don't get through with it. All right. So your haters definitely lie on you and they definitely talk ish. But just know that your heart, the way you move with other people, how kind and sensitive you are to others, is always going to win through the BS. It's always going to win through what these haters try to do. But again, it just proves how good of a person you are that people can't even talk about what you do. People talk about lies, assumptions. You know what I mean? Being critical towards you, you know what I mean? And trying to gather others to probably have a hate campaign, but it never really works out because you're so cool like that, right? So that's all for today. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys. So for my viewers that picked pile number 2, let's find out, what have your haters or enemies tried to do but failed miserably? Okay, and I really love this topic. This really matches my vibe, like, for real. Like, forest trees and vampires, they did their thing. So I love seeing creative topics that, you know, I can be inspired by. But honestly, I love this one, for real. Shout out to them. Okay, so let's see. What have my pal number 2's haters tried but failed miserably? What have my pal number 2's haters tried but failed miserably? How have my pal's haters or enemies tried? They have tried. Your haters or enemies tried to isolate you. Maybe at work, maybe at school, maybe through a family or something, but it failed miserably because you're just like always in your own lane. You know, it's like, how can you try to exclude me from somewhere where I didn't even want to be? You know what I mean? It's like that kind of vibe. And so yeah, I feel like also one of your haters or enemies, they could have been trying to throw shots at you, and you probably like really experienced this, where they will have like these passive aggressive like backhanded compliments, or they would say things out loud that you knew it had to do something with you, but the way that they failed miserably is that you really showed them that you didn't care. And listen, pal number 2, I know words hurt, words can cut. You could have been upset for real, but to them it wasn't, and that's how they failed miserably. You didn't give them a reaction. Okay, so also so yeah, trying to exclude you from a group when the whole time you're like a leader, the whole time you're bringing up this emperor energy, right? Okay, you're like, listen, I don't give a rat's, you know, ass if someone from work wants to exclude me. Like, I came here to clock in and clock out. Like, I can care less about who's cool with who and who's friends with who. Like, I don't care, right? Problem number 2, I also see here, you have a hater enemy that tried to play with your business or your money. I'm getting into like, maybe they would order things and then cancel it, or like they were booked with you and then cancel it on purpose. So you would have haters that do that. And I really, oh my God, thank God that has really never happened to me. But I really just, like, why do you play like that? Like, that's somebody's like income, like, you're playing with. But anyways, maybe to like even shut down your website, I heard, like, do something like that, which is so sick. Okay, like, somebody here really try to play with your business, wish it bad, or like literally like book or like order stuff and like just not deliver or cancel. You also have a hater enemy that tried to, okay, so with the website thing, because I have to tell you guys how it failed. With the website thing, it just failed because If they canceled it, then they canceled it. You can't deliver. Either way, they have to pay first before you deliver a service. So they just wasted their time creating accounts and booking things that they're not going to pay for. Okay, so at the end of the day, you have to get paid for any type of service or anything you do beforehand. Okay. But if it was like in a way where they ordered something and acted like they didn't get it, their bank actually, they got in trouble with their bank actually, because this person probably does that a lot. All right. I also had another one. Okay, so you also had a hater enemy spewing hate online. But the only thing that it caused is that the people that they have on that page, on that spam page that know it's them, started to think differently about them. So if somebody was spewing hate on you, like in a social media account, the people the people that know them personally felt a way about it. Like, oh my god, you are weird. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, out of topic, but I have had people that I've known personally and they attack celebrities. Oh my god. And I would be like, what the hell? Like, what is your problem? Like, why would you do that? Like, I don't know, but I felt away, and I wasn't even a celebrity. So I'm like, oh my god, do I surround myself with people like that? Like, oh shoot, I'm the type of person, I feel like celebrities have feelings too. Like, I don't care how famous you are, you have feelings. So it's like, whatever. Pile number 2. So something about a boss here as well. Somebody could have tried to, like, this is going back to Parliament, but somebody tried to paint the wrong picture about you to your boss. Okay, so maybe you were like getting hired somewhere and the person there tried to make it seem like you were trouble or you really wasn't that good for the job, something like that. But let's see here. Any more messages on how my pal number 2's haters tried but failed miserably? How my pal number 2's haters tried but failed miserably. One hater enemy tried so hard to make you feel bad about yourself that they actually felt bad about their own self. They actually felt like a freaking hater. Oh my god, they felt like they were a bully. So somebody tried to bully you or ruin you, and it just ruined themselves. Like, it just ruined what they thought about themselves. Like, it's like someone's so spiritual and positive, and then all of a sudden they're spewing hate, and they're like, oh my god, I'm a facade. This could have also been somebody from church. This could have been somebody that pretends to be very holy, and they had a wake up call. Like, oh my god, I'm the problem. Like, I'm sick, right? Oh, not the family card. I don't like this. Somebody. Okay, so you had a hater enemy that tried to spread rumors that your lover or whoever you're dating is a cheater. That they were a cheater, but they failed miserably. Why? Because whoever they told that to maybe said it back to your person. And your person got really upset and probably even blacked on them. I don't know. No, I do know. Your person actually found out and got really upset. Maybe you found out about it as well. But somebody tried to spew hate and made it seem like, try to make it seem like they were a cheater, they were a liar, like, and it could also be you. Your hater could have literally tried to make it seem like you were like a big old cheater. Okay? I also have like an older man in your family, an older man that's like judging you for your actions. Whoa, you have like a hater that's an older man in your family. I feel like they don't approve of your actions. Maybe you left the town, maybe you left the church, maybe you decided to do other things, you decided not to put your kids in the church. This person, they're spewing hate about it, and the way that they're failing miserably is that nobody really cares. Nobody cares. Like, oh my god, like, okay, they left, but what can we do about it? Cry, die? No. Let's move on, right? Let's see, any more messages on how my pal number 2's haters or enemies tried but failed miserably? what they tried to do but failed miserably. What they tried to do or failed miserably. Yeah, somebody here really, really, really tried to make you out to be something. Somebody you were not, to like a group of people. It could have worked, but the way that it failed miserably is that all these people kind of realized who was the main common denominator. These people realized that you weren't really actually that bad. Okay, with the tower, like, also I heard like they came against each other in a way, one by one, falling like dominoes. I heard. Somebody also tried to plot to steal some money from you, I heard. Somebody tried to plot to steal some money from you. And it failed miserably because maybe you never lend them the money. So someone was asking you to lend them some money. It could have been somebody younger, or somebody that has like a younger child, or they're just younger in age. Oh, it could also be your own child. They were plotting on asking you to lend them some money. And honestly, I don't really think this is somebody's child, because this is a hater enemy. But maybe your child is your own hater because they think you have so much money that you don't know what to do with it. Okay, but anyways, out of whatever I was just saying, um, they failed miserably because you didn't lend them the money. So maybe they came towards you with like a need for help, or, a call for help, or, like a little fund, and I'm going to pay you back when I get this, when I get that. And they were just never planning to pay you back. Okay. So they were plotting. That's how they tried, but they failed miserably because you didn't give in. You didn't lend them any money. Someone also tried to make you feel bad about something, or like about an action. Maybe you said no to something. I don't know if it was recently, but you said no to something that maybe some people or someone here did not expect you to say no for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they did not expect you to say no about this, but you did. And so now it's like almost like they tried to make you feel guiltier about it, or make you seem like a bad person for saying no, or for not wanting to do something, or for not wanting something. But the way that they failed miserably is that you really didn't care. You really didn't care because you already had your mind set on you're not doing it. You're gonna say no, or you're not going for that. You know what I mean? Like, you already had your mind set up. You already realized that a lot of people were not gonna like that, and so you just mentally prepared yourself to not care. And good for you, pile number two. Don't ever make people make you feel like you're forced to say yes all the time, because you're not. All right, period. Right? Um, let's see. Any last more messages on how, or what? No, what these haters tried to do but failed miserably. What these haters or enemies tried to do but failed miserably. 3 more cards. Yeah, it's like a lot of mind games here. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of your enemies or haters, they try to play mind games with you, or try to have you stuck in your mind, stuck in your head. But the way they failed miserably is that they don't really know. So you could try to taunt somebody to make them feel bad, but if they have no reaction, it's like, what was the point? You know what I mean? So maybe you guys are more inner beings. Maybe you go home and cry about it. Maybe you complain about it to your significant other. But the reason, the way that you don't react, it really makes your haters or enemies fail miserably. Also, yeah, you just constantly have this, like, I don't care, nonchalant attitude that really, even if people judge you, it's like, whatever. Okay, Queen of Cups, upright. They fail miserably because sometimes they'll feel bad about their own actions because of how good of a person you are. So while you're plotting, they feel bad. And honestly, I could root for that, because there's been times where maybe I wasn't fair to someone and I'll feel bad at the end, like, wow, I really, I was out to get them, but the whole time they were really a good person. And hey, we're all human, we learn. But part two, your haters or enemies get instant karma for even trying. Okay, and that's how they fail miserably. All right, they always fail miserably because they always fall on their face. But that's all that I'm getting here. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys. So for the viewers that picked a pal number 3, let's find out what have your haters tried to do but failed miserably. And let me like clean that energy a little bit. Like, oh my god, my Palo Santo is calling for help. It's like literally done. Okay. But let's see here. How did my pile number three's haters try but failed miserably? How did my pile number three's haters or enemies tried but failed miserably? I heard ganging up with the enemies. Ah! Ganging up with the enemy. So yeah, these people try to come for you in a way where, okay, so if you have like a tower moment with someone in your life, your haters or enemies try to gang with that person or like be cool with that person. So if you probably had like a falling out with like a family member and maybe like your sister or friend became closer to them or something like that, cousin, relative, whatever, they really tried to come for you mentally. They really tried to one up on you, like in that way, like gathering with the enemies, gathering with the people that hurt you. And the way that it failed miserably is that they got a taste of their own medicine. Okay, they had a taste of that individual themselves. All right. So nothing goes past certain people. You know what I mean? So I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's just like the universe was more like, okay, so if that brings you together, I'm going to show you what also brought them apart. Okay? Like that. Like, oh my God. You also had a hater or enemy try to judge you for what you do for work. So no matter what you do for work, and we're going to keep an open mind here, they try to judge you for what you do for work, but the way that they failed miserably is that you're happy, you're doing well, and you're getting money. Okay, you're getting money, you're getting to the bag, and you're just always improving your life when it comes to finances, career. You just always have a plan. You just always get like a better opportunity. So while people are making fun of your career, what you do, you're constantly showing them how much better you do. Okay, so that's how they fail miserably. Um, your haters or enemies, they try to come into your world. Yes, you've had enemies and haters that try to come into your world, but like something about them, like maybe their actions felt like dishonest, and maybe you also felt like they weren't being genuine, and the way that they failed miserably. So these people were trying to come around you to like get your info, get your business, suck your energy, imitate everything. And the way that they failed miserably is that you were really cold with them. You were very like harsh and rude, or maybe you had like really like thick boundaries, pound number three. So that's how these people like failed super miserable, because you kind of didn't let them continue with their plan B. Plan A was, let's come close. Plan B, let's find out. And you never let them find out. I'm not saying, you're rude, but I just feel like you are one way with everyone. And it's up to what people do around you that they get to see that other side. Okay, so I kind of love that about you. Okay, you seem like a very respectful person. I feel like you respect everyone, including haters or enemies, but they just know that that's who you are. But then there's like a second base when it comes to you, a second base of friendship, sisterhood, brotherhood. There's just like a second base, and I feel like these people didn't get there, so that's how they failed miserably, because they were really trying to pretend. Okay. Someone here tried to cause a tower moment by making you feel sad or alone, or like not able to do anything, not able to change the situation. Someone here, they tried to make you feel uncomfortable with something. I'm not sure. Um, Again, whether it was bringing people from the past around you, bringing enemies up, laughing at your situation, not really, how can I say it? Not really taking it serious, not really being there for you. And the way that they failed miserably is that they had to go through everything you went through. So, they could have hurt you for a minute or two, but what they caused was permanent damage to their own life and a burnt bridge with you. Okay? I feel like somebody here felt like they could jump in and out of the puddle with you. And it's almost like they felt like like basically whatever they did to you was never going to change the title that they have in your life, but it kind of like it did. Okay, so maybe somebody now is very insignificant, and that's how, that's how they failed miserably trying to come for you in your life, that now is set in stone with you and them. So they sacrificed you, a hater or enemy in disguise. Yes, I hear disguise. Pile 3, your haters or enemies are always in disguise. Like, you will never have a hater or enemy come in your face and be like, I don't like you. Okay, Pile 3, that will never happen. A lot of your haters and enemies, they come in disguise. And this hater, enemy in disguise, they really felt like they could play with you. And that I don't know if they're related to you. I don't know if you have to be around them. I don't know. But they feel like they could do that to you. But they quickly realize that they can't. That they can't. That they cannot come close. Let's see here. How did my Pile 3's haters or enemies try but failed miserably? What did they try but failed miserably? What did my Pile number 3's haters tried, failed miserably? Yeah, some of these haters, they try to cut you out of their life. There was an enemy or hater here that tried to cut you out of their life for somebody that they probably deemed was better than you. This could have been somebody you grew up with. I'm not going to lie to that. That was like a freaking hater. But you have a hater or enemy. Let me tell you something about your haters and enemies. Your haters and enemies, Pile number 3, will constantly make you feel left out. Will constantly make you feel like you're not a part of their life. Or like you're insignificant in their life in a way, right? That's how a hater or enemy is always going to move. But the way that they fail miserably is that they lose the connection with you. You are someone that has a lot of discretion. You can smell the BS. You can smell when someone is not genuine. You can smell fake people. You can, like, honestly, Pile 3, like, I feel like the way your haters and enemies always fail like miserably is because you don't let them continue. You don't let them show you how they don't like you twice. You know what I mean? You don't let them get to the third base. You don't give benefit of the doubt. I mean, like, there's probably people that you really love and you really have patience for, but I feel like you have your limits. And I really respect that about you, because it doesn't feel like you do it out of pettiness. It's more like you do it out of the love you have for yourself. It's like, yes, I can forgive. Yes, I can move forward. But if I see the issue still being there, I have to put myself first, right? So the way that your haters and enemies, they fail miserably is that they think with the devil, like they have you in some sort of chain. Maybe like you know them for a long time. You always forgive them. They grew up with you. They know your business. And so they feel like there's some sort of chain attached to you. And so they kind of play with you. Your haters or enemies are always going to be people, Pile number 3, that feel like they can control you. That feel like that they have some sort of power over you. Those are always going to be your haters and enemies. The people that abuse their control or power with you. You know what I mean? People that are constantly abusing your emotions because they feel like they could do that. All right? The example I got, it could probably be like a cousin that doesn't come to your important things. Don't really congratulate you for things. Don't really be there for you. And, they just come out of nowhere all the time because they feel like, your cousin, they could come whenever they want. You know what I mean? But the way that they fail miserably at that, I just not caring about you, is that then you start not to care about them. And Pile 3, why do I feel like when you don't care about someone, it's really, really bad. It's really, really bad, Pile 3. I'm not gonna lie. You have a hater that tried to play with you behind your back with other people, and it failed miserably because those people became fake to them. Okay, so it's giving Pile 2 a little bit here, a little bit. Because this person was being a two-faced. This person was smiling at you and then going behind your back. But you know, you reap what you sow. And the way that they failed miserably is that whoever that they were confiding in switched on them real quick. Like switched on them, or made them feel like they made you feel. All right. Somebody here definitely ganged up with other people to try to isolate you from some people, but what it actually caused is that now they're isolated. Let me see what's at the end of the deck. Ooh, Ten of Pentacles. Like, again, like, it's giving, like, family. It's giving, like, cousins. It's giving haters that felt chained to your life. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so sorry, pile number 3, but your haters or enemies are always gonna be people that have seen you grow. That have seen you grow. That feel like they have some sort of connection or tie to you. Pile 3, those are always gonna be those type of people. You have a hater or enemy that tried to get a secret out of you, or like tried to find out a secret about you to tell somebody else. But what ended up happening is that their secrets came out. Oh my God. You imagine you're trying to get like a secret out of someone, but instead people find out your secrets. Okay? So, pile 3, the way this person failed miserably, they was trying to find something out about you. But what ended up happening is that basically they quickly found out that other people were spreading their secrets. So you guys, you know, the whole time they're trying to make you trust them. And the whole time, basically, they trusted the wrong person with their business. Okay? Let's see here. How did my pile number 3's haters or enemies failed miserably? How did my pile number 3's haters or enemies failed miserably? You have a hater or enemy that tried to come close to you to watch your life, but they didn't really have good intentions. And the way that they failed miserably is that you kept doing good in front of them. You kept getting better in front of them. And with the Two of Swords, it's like something hidden. They tried to have like their motives hidden, but for you, it was clear as day. Yes, the way someone failed miserably is that your intuition caught them before they could do anything. I really don't know who this is, but you know, maybe in the past you felt like you overreacted about a situation. Maybe you like put someone in their place, or you were very harsh with someone. I'm here to tell you, Pile 3, that was your intuition. That was meant to happen. Maybe you feel regret, maybe you feel bad because you did that to someone. I'm not gonna lie, they deserved it. They deserved it. They really did. And I don't feel guilty about it anymore. Don't feel guilty for putting someone in their place. Because no matter how much that person made it seem like you were crazy, deep down, everyone knew you weren't. Everyone knew deep down that you were right. Everyone deep down knew the truth. So if you felt crazy about a situation, and I feel like that's what a hater enemy try to do. They try to make you look crazy about something, or for making like an assumption, or for coming at them for something. They try to make you feel crazy, but you were right. You were right about your surroundings. And the way that they failed miserably at try to make you look crazy is that you were right about them as well. And everyone around actually felt the same way. Like, you were right about them, and you keep growing and leveling up. And it's like, you know, if you were such the bad guy, if you're such a crazy, why are you constantly moving forward? Why are you constantly looking better? Why are you constantly getting more money? Why are you constantly focused on your own lane, while that person on the opposite end is going through some things, right? So that's all for today. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys.